issue. ID cards for undocumented immigrants. Good, bad, the time is right now. Why?
ID cards for all New Yorkers.
Yes.
Remember,
not just undocumented.
you can't get into a building, this one included, without an ID card. You can't cash a check without an ID card. You can't open a savings account without an ID card. This is basic justice.
Do you think people will recognize a city-issued ID card? I mean, it's
Sure,
so
why
unusual.
not?
Yeah, I mean,
They ask for identification. That's photo ID.
with a city,
This meets all the criteria.
with a city seal on it. Sick leave was something that you heard the mayor talk about, and personally, that affects you, or affected you at one point.
Recently heavily pregnant. I had to sit down in a restaurant, and the lady that came to take my order was heavily pregnant too. So I asked her how she was doing, and I asked her whether she could take time off to rest because her job involves standing all the time. She said she couldn't because, of course, they get paid only the days that they work. I thought that was a city need, something that had to change.
Yes, because there are thousands upon thousands of people like her in that situation.
And that happened right away.
Yes.
Because it got introduced very quickly, got approved by the city council very quickly, and sort of moved forward.
Because it makes sense. I mean, it's easy to latch on to something like that that makes sense. You like the overall tone? What was it that you got from that?
We left a mayor who talked about the way in which the city will be great was to bring more billionaires to live in our streets, to a mayor who is thanking the sanitation workers for helping us move New York forward. So it's a totally different tone and that rhetoric is important.
Why is the city ready for that tone now?
Because we had 12 years of the other one. So the fact that someone is thanking normal New Yorkers, regular people.
And it makes economic sense.
It makes economic sense.
Expand on that.
If you help a woman that is pregnant rest when she needs that, the probability of a premature child is lower. So you are reducing healthcare costs. It makes economic sense. It's not just a matter of ethics.
Trickle-down economics made no economic sense. It sounded good to some editorial boards. But in fact, lifting people up, letting them get off public dependency, provide for their families,
education,
give their kids big dreams, that makes all the economic sense in the world. That's what makes us a great city.
You know what? One thing really impressed me, and it wasn't really so much in the State of the City address, when the sanitation perhaps wasn't on the Upper East Side or in Staten Island as it should have been perhaps during the snow cleanup, the mayor came out and said, you know what? We dropped the ball there. I'm sorry, and we'll get it fixed. I don't get the sense that I perhaps would have gotten that from Mayor Bloomberg. And it says to me, all right, he's in a big position. He admits a mistake. We'll give him credit. Let's get it fixed. I mean, were you ready? Were you happy to hear that?
Yeah, it's a real human being.
Yeah.
It's a guy who's in touch with not only his city, but his government, the people's needs. That resonates with me.
And what I mentioned at the beginning, the speech was peppered by normal things that every New Yorker wants to hear and big dreams that we must have as New Yorkers and make a reality in the next 4 years.
And we'd like to see them fulfilled.
Having a
10 seconds.
Clean, safe city is good, but we need to do more.
Yes,
Right.
Always need to do more. Un placer. Mil gracias. We can do the whole show here. Thank you.